All right, welcome to this week's little reading gem mini lesson for helping our students focus on scripture study in our seminary classes. Now, this week, the mini lesson is focused on the idea of reminding ourselves of the blessings that come and recognizing some blessings that have come from our scripture study efforts. And so the readiness activity, I want to give you a little extra idea here on this one. It says invite students to write blessings that come from scripture study on the board. Now, I might do something a little more fun to add to this. Instead of having them write it on the board at first, I might say, hey, let's have a little fun competition really quick. Get out your scripture study journals or something to write on, have them all have it out, and say, I'm going to give you 30 seconds or 45 seconds, whatever it may be. I want you to write down as many blessings that you can think of that are promised in the scriptures or that you've seen and heard of because of scripture study, and write them down as quick as you can. And then afterwards, we're going to see who has the most and have a little bit of fun, and then get as many as we can up on the board so that everybody can see all of them. Now, I would do this really quick. And again, just take like 30 seconds, 45 seconds for them to write it down. Another maybe minute to get them on the board and say, hey, we're going to rapid fire here. What are the ideas that you have? Just give them to me in like one word description of the blessing and get them on the board. Then you're going to go into and discuss and have them just look at some of these verses and discuss the truths associated just for a couple minutes. Again, this is just a quick little 5 to 6, 7 minute activity to do with your students and get them thinking about scripture study. So I would assign out and say, hey, you got 30 seconds really quick or whatever, 45 seconds to look at this verse of scripture and assign them out to different people in your class and let us know what is the truth and why is that truth important, and could be a blessing to us in our lives as we study the scriptures. So it gives you some potential ideas. All of these scriptures are fabulous as it comes to focusing on the blessings of scripture study in our lives. Here's a quick little follow-up question you might want to ask. You might want to just make it real and see, hey, any experiences or anything that you guys have seen in your life just as testimony to share in class of how scripture study meaningfully can really bless their lives. And then give them a few minutes at the end, invite them to look at their goal, report back to you, track, and share what their goal is or any changes that they're making, any commitments that they're continuing to make, and share those or write them down in their scripture study journal, and then testify of the blessings as you see fit. Quick little lesson, but a fun way and another quick way this week to be able to focus on scripture study and keep your students talking about it and just recognizing how awesome the scriptures are. Have a great week.